All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Heck of a game last week for Saquon Barkley. 229 yards from scrimmage against the Eagles. Most by a rookie in franchise history, and they've had a lot of rookies in their history for the Giants.
They certainly have, and not only that, he extended his own streak to begin the year. Over 100 yards from scrimmage in all 6 of his games this season. The only one who's done it more, Kareem Hunt, a year ago with Kansas City, and his streak ended after 7. Barkley has a chance next week to continue and tie Kareem Hunt's record at Atlanta.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Go 56, 27's to Sam, 27's to Sam.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and the Bears take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
You see it? You see it? Go get some. 18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, gun. Zebra.
Manning to throw on second down. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Manning going to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears about to gain possession again, and this is a team that's still atop the NFC North, though they did see their 3-game winning streak come to an end in tough fashion in Miami. You know, they lost by 3, and that was a game, though, that they led for most of it.
Certainly did. Look at the leads they had, 14-7, 21-10, 28-21. And with as well as their defense has played this year, you would have thought they'd be able to put this one away. I think this is going to be a game for their head coach, Matt Nagy, to be able to look at his team and say, guess what, guys? We've played
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will make it 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. Well, switching gears for a second, let's talk about all the offense that's been going on around the league.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
We've had 3 games where each team has scored 40 points. That didn't happen all of last year. And the most recent example, Week 6, that incredible 43-40 Pats win over the Chiefs.
A lot of people talk about when you make rules changes or you emphasize certain things that you have unintended consequences. Let's not kid ourselves. This was the intended consequence. Open up offenses, more scoring. We're seeing that, and we're seeing it, and fans are loving it. Defensive coordinators are hating it, but fans are loving it. And how about Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, that New England-Kansas City game? Big throw for big throw, touchdown for touchdown, and Brady guides him to a field goal to win it in the end.
Yeah, the elder statesman, because Patrick Mahomes was just 5 years old when Tom Brady threw his first touchdown pass in the NFL. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name is Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living it in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
And over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
A handoff to Barkley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll go to Barkley again. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch.
Solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Lock in, lock in.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 39 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
This is caught inside the 15.
Come on, gotta go.
A huge play there for Chicago. 63 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
They're going to try and run, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Odell Beckham Jr., the 40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Forced out to his left. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel...
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Bulldozes past him. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set 180. Hey!
Rivers from the gun on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are in the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Rivers now on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Being chased out left. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A first down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, after Kansas City losing to New England this past week, we only have one undefeated team remaining, the Rams, 6-0, and they barely beat Denver, but they got it done.
They certainly did. They actually set the pace in that game, Brandon. They got out to a pretty nice lead, and then Denver chopped into it, and the Rams held on late. But you can do that when you have Todd Gurley as your lead running back. Over 200 yards for him. The Rams, as you noted, the last undefeated team in the NFL, and no signs of cooling off, even though they had to go to Denver. Snow in Denver in October, and what was it at kickoff, 25 degrees?
25.
How about that? That didn't even cool those guys off.
This week they'll be at San Francisco trying to get to 7-0. 2nd down, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rivers finds his target. It's Gates. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. How many times have we seen this? Rivers to Gates on 3rd down to keep the Charger drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. With that incompletion, let's discuss all the overtime games that we've had so far in the NFL. We've had 9 of them, at least one each week. Week 6, it was Miami and the Bears with the Dolphins getting the win.
Yeah, and you know something? That's an NFL record because that record was set week 5, an overtime game each of the first 5 weeks of the season. Now we're adding to the record, and I wouldn't doubt at all that we would get to 7 weeks and maybe beyond. It's been a very competitive NFL season.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Cleveland offense making their way back onto the field. It's been an interesting season for this group collectively. They were competitive through the first 5 games, 2-2-1. Now 2-3-1 after the Chargers really came in and took care of business 38-14.
When you talk about how competitive they were in the first 5, all those games were decided by 4 points or less. So that tells you exactly where Cleveland was. And I still think that they will be. Baker Mayfield, their hot rookie quarterback, 4 touchdowns, 7 turnovers on the season. 238 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions against the Chargers. I like his makeup, though, and I think that he and this team will bounce back well. They play Tampa Bay next week. That's a big-time game for both of them because both teams believe they can win it, and Cleveland truly can. So this is going to be fun to watch to see if they can get back after the disappointment this past Sunday.
And then after Tampa Bay, important games at Pittsburgh and then home against Kansas City. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that and this will be caught at the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Chargers going to get the football again here in just a second. In recent years, though, as we just talk about what they've done so far this season, 4-2. But recent years, it's been a team that has started slow. This has to feel pretty good 6 weeks in.
It has to feel excellent for them because the only losses to the Rams and to Kansas City are combined 11-1. And how about Phillip Rivers?
He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Touchdown,
And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard.
Hey.
What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Son, round 80. Hey. Buffalo wall.
Rivers on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He's going to loft one deep. He's got it at the 15. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one as he's of the 30. On first down, Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 57 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Manning now to throw. Dancing, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Chris Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
There we go now. Blue 45.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll Inside the 25 now at the 24. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Going for it all. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already how much you needed, go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Manning. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, let's take a step back and look league-wide here, Charles. What contender do you think is in the most trouble through 6 weeks? I would not have thought Jacksonville a couple of weeks ago, but, boy, very flat performances against KC and Dallas.
Yeah, we expect them to be a dominant team on the defensive side of the ball week in and week out, and Dallas just shredded them in their game on Sunday. But I don't think Jacksonville's in as much trouble as maybe Denver is. Denver's 2-4. 4 straight losses, and Kansas City setting a heck of a pace in the AFC West. Vance Joseph's a second-year coach in Denver. Many thought he wouldn't return after last year. Got a second opportunity. This isn't helping him. And last but not least, if we're talking about this group of people, how about the Atlanta Falcons? They're also 2-4, but they got a much-needed win against Tampa Bay on Sunday. If we knew they could get their defensive players back, I'd like them a lot more. They've got a tough...
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Allen Bailey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Zebra.
Shotgun now for Manning. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And now running right through it. And a potential turn. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Manning now on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Shepard. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Margus Hunt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Love. This is caught. It's Ryan Bland. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, Love. And he's got Rodgers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Caught left side by Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Luck. Forced out to his left. Powers through. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe. So he knows how. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Luck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra.
So after the INT, it's Manning trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Manning going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now Manning. He finds Beckham complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Zebra. Hey, gun.
Manning to throw on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning looking for Shepard deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Play action. It's Luck. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long, it's Luck. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
On 1st down, Manning. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. One final try now for Manning. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And We got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go. Third quarter. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second down, here's Locke. Ebron caught left side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Third and 2, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man Hilton. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, 60 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at their own 27. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danico Autry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Manning. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on third and long. Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. They do go for it. It's Manning. And Ingram hauls it in. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 40. Give set of downs.
So many teams want to
30 down to the 25. Ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Madden. Now he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A little juke. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Fights loose. Caught left side by Hilton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Manning now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get this down to the 10. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Now that was a big stop on 3rd down, and this is where head coaches make their money and answer the question right here and now. Do you kick the field goal for the 3 points, or do you go ahead and try and grab yourself a touchdown lead?
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now Rosen looking to throw, dumping it off for Johnson. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And his throw here is incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Swing. Swing to the field. Right. To the right. Here we go. Here we go.
3rd and long for Prescott. It's caught right side of turns. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that's caught by Beasley. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Breaks through the contact. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. To the air again, Prescott being chased out. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Arizona Cardinals at 1-5 coming back out onto the field. And that 1-5 start that they're off to, it's their worst start since 2001. And the issue, Charles, really seems to be on offense. 5 of their 6. Oh, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Third and long here for Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. I'd have to say the most impressive team of Week 6. You're about to see them come back out here on offense. It had to be the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe some people saw them beating Jacksonville. You know, it was at home, but 40-7, I don't know that many people saw that coming.
Not at all, and they've always had trouble making their home stadium a true tough place for visitors to visit. Well, they're 3-0 at home for the first time since 1999. Dak Prescott used his legs in a big way, a career-high 82 yards rushing, and he also connected 9 times with Cole Beasley, 2 of them for touchdowns. That Dallas team got off the mat after a disappointing Sunday night loss against Houston and jumped on Jacksonville.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd and short. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Prescott now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. A second down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
There you go.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. After the interception, here's Rosen. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On second down, here's Rosen. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Peters with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Prescott to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Hot!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Caught, right side, Gresham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
There we go. Line 8.
Again, it's Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
There we go. Line 8.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pit. Back now in Arlington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Rosen on 1st and 10. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Johnson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
blitz does come. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. The veteran safety Antoine Bethea there on the defensive coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the drive stays in. Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. And a fair catch signaled for and take. This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over. Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. It'll buy some time right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Robert Quinn able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Snap comes at 1. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, check 26. That's fine, yeah. We are going.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Past the 20. The left side throw complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 44 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, this gives us a chance to look ahead to some big Week 7 games upcoming. New England, Chicago, that's intriguing. Carolina and Philly, you have that game. And then how about Dallas and Washington? They're a combined 6 and 5, but they're playing for first place in the NFC East.
And just think, Dallas and Washington fans, when they have children, the first words they teach them are, we hate that rival team. And now they're going to get after for first place in the East. The records aren't great, but the rivalry is strong. New England, Chicago let one get away last week against Miami, but still they have high hopes in the NFC North, and they get to test their mettle against a perennial champion, the New England Patriots. And Carolina, Philly. Carolina had a tough one in Washington last week. Philadelphia, big win last Thursday against the New York Giants in New York. That's a big, big ball game for both of them.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Forced out to his left. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 29 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Fine, yeah. Jumbo! 319 to 900.
first down. Rodgers flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Crosby puts it through. First half, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Sanders now to kick this one away. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Throwing is Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing. And got his man complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 36 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. That's a strong run. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's got room. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Off play action, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's... All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. That'll be taken in the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Receiver.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Jordan Jenkins not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Working from the gun, Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
27%.
They do go for it. It's Manning. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 67 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold dumps off to Powell. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Darnold. And this is caught by Curse. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. Running right through it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Darnold now to throw. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Zebra.
Throwing now is Manning. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking for Shepard deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Zebra.
To throw is Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it with Crowell on 1st. Oh, he trucked him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Third and 2, Darnold. He's got Curse. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. The pitch to Crowell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Gone!
To throw on second down is Darnold. And he coughed it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Manning now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. And now out come the Jets. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll toss it to Crowell. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is incomplete here. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, go 56. 27's a Sam. 27's a Sam. Hey, gun.
Manning again here on second and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Receiver.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go on fourth down with Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Mario Edwards in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. Got a man. It's caught.